Hey everybody, my name is Bethany Jett and I'm one of the co-owners of Serious Writer. I'm also a nonfiction author and I am going to share with you some good and bad examples of a one-sheet for fiction and nonfiction. So the bad example is actually my bad example from my very first conference and my very first one-sheet. I had no idea what I was supposed to do, or really the book was such like a fresh idea. So I'm going to share with you guys what I did wrong, and then I just made an updated version, like how to correct it. So I hope this is going to give you guys some good tips. And then my mom is a best-selling novelist, so proud of her, and she has given permission for us to show her novel one sheet. So I'm excited to share with you. I have to tell you though, I've got 3 kids and they're running around and fighting. So I'm so sorry if I have to pause for any kind of parenting issues, and I'm going to turn the camera around, so if you get any kind of motion sickness, this is the time to close your eyes. Alrighty, here we go, and I wanted to do this live in case anybody had questions that I could answer here, but I can zoom in on any of these things. So this is actually my mistakes sheet, so let's look at what it looked like when I took it in. So basically I put my personal information over here and my word count up here. I'm just gonna zoom in so that my old address isn't showing anymore. Things you should look at before you go live. So I had the title, my working title here, and then a little bit of an overview. I did not have any skills with any kind of design, so I just found like this image, I guess, like on Google to break this up, and I put an excerpt of the book, and then down here I stuck my bio, and I had no headshots. I was literally 3 weeks away from this writers conference. It was actually the Florida Christian Writers Conference, and I had to crop my son out of my picture here, and yeah, I'm wearing gloves, sorry for that. And you can see his outline here because I had no cropping skills. So this isn't an example of a great one sheet. And before I go any further, if you're not sure what a one sheet is basically one sheet of paper that gives information about the book that you're writing that you can give to an agent or an editor at a writer's conference so they can get an idea of the story to see if they are interested. And this is what I gave them. And it's not the best, but it did work. These are just tools, and don't like stress out or get super crazy. So here is the mistakes. So I didn't need to put my address at the very top. All I needed really was my email address. If they wanted to take a copy home with them, they could, and they could reach me there. My email, as you can see, is a Gmail email, betjet@gmail, which is fine, but it would have been more professional to put, maybe bethany@bethanyjet.com, which is my email now, or maybe my full name instead. Over here, I have that it's a nonfiction book with a word count of 45,000. It's a little low for the trade paperback book that I was writing, but I put it over here. So another mistake I made is I have the working title, which was Pursued, but then underneath of it, where I put the tagline, I have a colon here. Happily Ever After, colon, a cautionary tale of romance. So is this 2 titles? I don't even know. And it's a little confusing because I didn't block any of these sections off. There's just a lot of white space, but not great. Like I said, I don't have a professional headshot, so I just used the only picture that I had. Again, like I put Y. I was just trying to make it look pretty. And this really should have been an overview of the book, something that you might see on the back cover or more of an overview, but not an excerpt really. And my bio was a bit too long in terms of everything else on the page. Hey, thanks for watching, you guys. Welcome. So this is kind of a mess. The good news is that even with a one sheet like this, it still worked. It was enough to get the conversation going with the agents and editors, and that's really what this one sheet is for. So I just sat down and thought I should maybe make a better version of this. So this is the one that I just made. Hey, yeah. I made this in Pages. So if you are a Mac user, I just opened up Pages. I grabbed a photo and just made it opaque. Like I made it more transparent so you could see through. And sorry, my husband keeps calling in. And here is the title that I was using, although I changed it a little bit. My manuscript details are much more easy to find now. Here they're at the top. And I put 3 things in there. Let's zoom in. The genre, the word count, 54,000 is much more appropriate, and completion date. So I didn't have the book done, which for nonfiction is okay. But I put 3 months upon signed contract. For fiction, many times they're going to want you to have the book already finished. So you might want to put that it's complete, or whatever you need to put there. And here I put an overview instead of an excerpt. So this actually gives more information about why this book is needed and what it's going to do for the reader. And then my bio looks much more, maybe zoom out a little bit. The bio looks much more in proportion. I have a professional headshot here. I use the same color theme throughout, and then I have my contact information down here. If you have an agent, you can put the agent information. I like to have my website on my one sheets just in case the editor takes it, which sometimes they will, but most of the time they don't. But if they do, they can at least get to my website, and they can get to all my social media accounts from my website. So if you have an agent, you can put that there. If not, just put your email address or how they can get in touch with you the best. So this is the corrected version. So for those of you who are just tuning in, I'm going to show you my original. Let's see. This was my original one sheet. Oh, that's not my address anymore, so I guess it's okay that it was on there. And then I have the mistakes, things that I could have done differently to make this look more appealing. And then here is an updated version, which just looks a little bit cleaner. You could also make this in Canva, and Canva has a free and paid version, so they have ways to make letters or PDFs, so you could easily make this in Canva as well. Hey, Mama. And now I'm going to show an example of a fiction one sheet. And for novels, a lot of times they'll say to put a picture that kind of explains the book or relates to the book. And so this was, I think, the historical, but this is my mom's. So she has a quote here at the top. She has her title, a picture, and then she has a little bit of blurb or back copy here to kind of give an idea of what the book is. She does leave it with a hook here, so this is very much like back cover copy. Here are her manuscript details, how many words it is, and what genre it fits in. And then she has her bio, along with any awards that she has written, and her headshot, which is professional, and it looks really nice. And then down here she has the contact information. And again, she has an agent, so that's the contact information that she put there. So this is an example of a novelist's one sheet or a fiction one sheet. And you can see it's just really clean and really simple. So I know a lot of people are preparing for conferences and you're working on your one sheets and you're wanting to make them look the best they can, which is great. If you're writing like a thriller, you could use like some scary font maybe, or something just to kind of like let the editor or the agent know like, oh, this is going to be like suspense or something, not like this is a soft picture. It's a sweet picture of a little bird. You're not expecting this to be a horror novel or anything like that. So the aesthetics do matter. So again, I hope that this is helpful. I'll show the nonfiction one more time. There's my kids in the background. So anyway, if you've got any questions about one sheets, there are tons of articles. We'd be happy to direct you to them. Just leave a comment and we'll get your questions answered. And best of luck to you as you get ready for these writers' conferences. We'll see you later.